This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, companion nonsense that is not Yorian. In fact, some would say the worst companion, the least played companion, the what the heck were they thinking when they made this card companion, the only companion to be banned in a current format, that format being Brawl. I know, Luris was banned in old formats. Current format meaning formats that rotate, I guess. Rotating format? Does that make me correct? Because getting corrected on the internet, of course, is what we're there for. This is Grixis Lutri. Guys, Grixis is known for always being amazing. No matter what cards they print, you can never beat a Grixis deck. So, in that sarcastic vein, I have done a Lutri the Spell Chaser Elemental Otter deck in Grixis, just playing one of every good Grixis counter spell, removal spell, etc. It's a Singleton Grixis control. So Lutri says that each non-land card in your deck has a different name. So I can run multiple lands, and I do, with the Pathways and Fable Passage. And then it says, when Lutri enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control, you may choose new targets for the copy. So it's a deck full of spells. All kinds of things that we can copy with Lutri, all kinds of things to keep the game under control, all kinds of interesting, silly win cons, and it does include Fae of Wishes, so that it can also play a sideboard, which has Bloodchief's Thirst, Duress, Blazing Volley, and then duplicates of cards that are also in the main, like Negate, like Fire Prophecy, although I guess I see that's only in the board, weird. But yeah, Extinction Event and Shadow's Verdict, Shark Typhoon are some of the big ones that we can only have one of in the deck that we'd love to play more of and can't quite play. So yeah, it's a Fae of Wishes deck, it's a Lutri deck, it's a control deck, and it's the evilest color combination, always just trying to find a way to win with Grixis. So instead of going down the list, let's assume that every single thing kills something, takes something, or draws cards. And then for the actual ways to win the game, we have an Ashiok, we have an Ox of Agonis, hopefully against Rogues, Zareth, the Trickster, Shark, Typhoon, Lochmere Serpent, and Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Guys, I'm never going to tell you that this is the best way to play Grixis. Maybe that's a different video. Maybe I'll, at some point, give Grixis the more full-on try to make a Grixis deck that is actively good. This is more of a boredom machine, as the meta has become a little bit... the cards have been out, and we're not going to get new cards for another month. So I'm just trying to do some fun stuff, and this is certainly for fun. It is not designed as a scientific experiment to see how amazing a Singleton deck is in Standard. I think anybody with brain cells to rub together can figure out that, no, this is not optimal. Lutri isn't worth it. No, it definitely is not good enough of an Elemental Otter, but it's so cute. So we're going to play with him today. So, on that note, let's dive right in. Let the Lutri nonsense begin. I'm just becoming a sucker for punishment. I'm putting my chances at Diamond in the hands of a Singleton deck. Let's go. Let's do it. Why not? This is a red, this is a black, this is a blue, this is another blue. This is a Lutri, this is removal, this is removal. That is the brain book. What more could you ask for? Let's see what our opponent plays first before deciding if we want black mana or red mana. I don't feel like I've learned anything. Well, I'll go get the red. I guess we need double black if we want to kick the thirst, so I may as well grab that. We'll see how that holds up. If our opponent plays something for 2 mana, thirst will hit it, no matter the size. If they play something for 3 mana, we might need the rebuke, but we have another turn to get to red. Triome. I guess I'm going to be taking draws with this. Teamer non This might be Teamer Genesis Ultimatum with Ugin and Shark Typhoon, since it doesn't have Obosh. Do I need red this turn? Do I need to fetch red this turn? I don't think so. I'm actually going to pay the 3 because we're not under pressure, and I might counter something, maybe? I don't know. Not sure what I would counter, but I don't know what my opponent's really playing. What you got? How's it gonna be? We have to take 2 to kill that with Thundering Rebuke, but I think that's fine. This is looking like Genesis Ultimatum Teamer. So I'm gonna guess that's the case. Well, if it is Genesis Ultimatum Teamer, we want to use this right before they would play the ultimatum. We don't need to play it yet. We want to give them every chance to draw into the card. Let's get our red mana. Let's play the... We can do the Heartless Act or the Rebuke. I think it's the Rebuke. Heartless Act can hit a Bone Crusher Giant. Ouchie. Castle Vantress? Uh-oh. That's a big advantage in a control face-off. Tome, I think, is a bigger one. Still looking for another black. Let's take a scry. There's another black, why not? Let's say go. I still don't feel like I need to use Agonizing Remorse just yet. The opponent might Brazen Borrower here, or make a little shark, that's fine too. Let's do this now. While they're tapped out. So yep, Shark Genesis Ultimatum. It usually runs 4 Ugins, 4 Shark Typhoons, 4 Genesis Ultimatum. This is going to be really hard. Get that gone. They're on 6 mana. I guess we can't have them slamming a Shark Typhoon either. Let's go ahead and Remorse. And wow, that is not what we needed to see. So let's get aggressive. While they're top decking and still 1 off of the ultimatum. Essence Scatter. Would have been nice against the Gargaroth, yeah. But not great right here. Rar, I'm trying to attack you. Maybe they drew another Shark Typhoon. Maybe they're just holding castle priority and bemoaning all the lands that they've drawn in their life. Do we draw now and try to hit a land drop? I think so. Every land is nice. That's a good one. Maybe. They've only got 4 cards in their graveyard. No scry. I'm confused. What is happening? Slam it. Of course they drew it the turn after the Remorse. Of course they did. Up to 5. How do we get more cards into that graveyard? Well, the opponent needs to draw some stuff we can kill. Let's go Bone Crush. Let's go. It's too bad we don't have another black. I actually really want to play this Murderous Rider for the 2-turn clock. That's a bold play. That is a bold play, but I think we go for it. We could have also bought... You know what? I think the better way to do that is to buy Lutri there. So I think I messed up. Because we can always flash it in on end step and go for the 2-turn clock that way. Which I think is better than tapping under Drown in the Lock. Okay. Well, they scoop anyway to a massive flood. It's on them, man. They should have used their castle. That's what it's in the deck for. That's a hand. I guess it has all the colors and 3 lands and a tome. The one tome in the opener. You've got to love it. Let's get this down tapped so that we have Bone Crush, Scorching Dragonfire available next turn. Opponent says, Lutri the Spell Chaser. Are you mad? Who would run the Elemental Otter in a space like this? Do we keep mana open or do we slam the tome? I don't know. Okay, they don't have anything. I think we go for the tome. Brazen Borrower then? Since it didn't trigger until now. Nighthawk Scavenger, come join us. So I think I use this for cards. Out-carding the Rogues deck is kind of important. It's extremely important, actually. You have to keep up. Out-carding them might be the wrong word. Just keeping up on cards with them is so crucial. Yeah, they'll give me a target for that eventually, won't they? So there's no mana for Drowning Lock. I sort of want them. I want them to protect the Scavenger. So I think I do this on their turn. No, I don't want them to protect the Scavenger. I have no other way to kill it. What am I talking about? If it were something I could kill with the Shock, maybe. No Rankle. Good. Let's play a blue. And say go. Staring match with Rogues. Usually not where you want to be. We have some escape cards in the deck. Hopefully we can find them. But we have a lot of instant speed stuff. So, I think we can do it. I think this is okay. Draw? Yeah, if they do nothing and I draw cards, that's good. Okay. Wow. Come here, buddy. Come here, Whittle Otter friend. Let's play Magic. Brazen Bee. Sure. Stompy Stomp. Lofty Denial, you got it. So let's see if they have the Zareth to steal the Bone Crusher Giant, which might have been a reason not to use it in that spot. Opponent's definitely been playing a setup game. No Zareth, though. Neutralize. Merfolk Windrobber joining the fray. There's only 2 cards in the graveyard, so that's fine. Before blockers, I hope this is going off. Oh, do we go for the Lutri? No, because if they counter the Shock, the Lutri effect completely fizzles. We need to look for a better place to land the Lutri. Whew! What is going on, guys? What is going on? I've got a lot of good cards. What I don't see is what I'm going to do to win the game. Like, what path I'm going to go down that's going to lead us to victory. Not yet. I feel like they must have plenty of removal for Zareth. So the main thing I can do with Xerath is force them to spend mana at a certain time. Oh, we needed that. So we'll just keep dragging it out. Heartless Act, okay. And let's not try to cast it right now. Or no, if we do, and the opponent counters it, we can untap and what? Nothing. The Ugin, they would still have mana to counter an Ugin, potentially. I really want to play it when I can also Lutri it, and that's coming right up this turn. So, alright, red. We want to fight the fight on their turn, not ours, so that their mana is tapped for another turn cycle. I don't know if they're actually going to fight over this Wind Robber, of course. I just want to be ready for in case they do. Alright, one less rogue in the world. Yep. Agadeem's Awakening taps all but one mana, and it gets back a Brazen Borrower and a Wind Robber. So, I could play the Ugin and exile these. I can also get Xerath on the board, so let's do all of that. You flinch, I will destroy you. So there's nothing to fetch. Do I want to exile this? Nah, we'll do it like this. This is just way cooler. Alright. Let's see if the opponent can Blood Chief's Thirst this and kill this. Alright, there's the Thirst. Backup Robber, 6 cards in graveyard. Alright, we have all counters in hand, we just need a removal spell. Let's see if what we can find. Blood Chief's Thirst, their own Wind Robber. Okay. I'll get you an attack. No attack. Don't know what to think of that. So Shadow's Verdict at first looks like it's going to give us 7 cards in graveyard, but it's actually going to exile the Bone Crusher Giant. So this is a pretty easy one. Unfortunately, we can't steal anything because it all got exiled, but from there we have Xerath and we have counter spells, and this deck beats rogues! Poggers! Yep, let's dance. Why not? Obosh, probably Adventure. Is another swamp what we need? Actually, no. We need more red and more blue. So I think I have to ship it. If I miss a land drop later and lose the game for it, that's on me. But I think drawing another swamp there is a recipe for having too much of the wrong meta. We want it to hold priority if they play something like a Tome, so that they don't, the read on the borrower isn't obvious, like it was for me last game. The Hazard. We've got a few tap lands now. What do we need to do most against this deck? We need to draw counter spells and hand hate. What's going to help us do that? I guess we might have to play the Ox, so we'll play this tapped. The stops you see me setting are bluffs. If you need to know more about that, think about how priority passes. So like here, having a bluff like having a stop makes the opponent think I might have had a counter spell for Cultivate, but didn't play it. And when you are a Lutri deck, bluffing is better because you could have literally anything in your deck. I mean, it's all one of, so you know that you're going to have some funky cards. Play this on blue. Actually, now that's going to hold priority because of the borrower, so we didn't need to set the stops anymore, but there you go. And now the Beanstalk Giant. If they just walk right into Genesis Ultimatum and there's nothing we can even do about it, it's been a pretty sad game. Yep, they got the blue all ready. Another Cultivate, yep. So far, nothing I can do. I'm gonna flash in the borrower and try to attack them. Selendi Vision, that might find a negate. It could. Alright, so what you're seeing is why people play Teamer. If they play against a slow deck, it can just solo you. And it will. We've got nothing. Nothing useful. Nothing on near the top of our deck dealt with Genesis Ultimatum and ramp spells. I've seen worse, but we're still miles behind. I'm sure they hit another ultimatum there. They usually do. I guess we have to maul the giant. We don't have any other answer to it, which means we're missing a land drop, which is really tragic. What I get to demonstrate for you guys this game is just how insanely draw dependent this matchup is. No thank you. That's enough. My deck has been significantly worse when it doesn't draw Tome, but you can't really mulligan to Tome, can ya? There's only one. All right. We've also played only slow decks today. Nobody's trying to aggro us. Everything has been slow, 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 which is so weird. In best of one, I'm just not used to that. We'll keep the Remorse. Opponent fetched an island, so this is another slow deck for sure. And I don't know what is going on, guys. So, do we play around Jawari Disruption? Do we try to set up Lutri Agonizing Remorse? It's a good question. Yeah. No cowards. No coward play. Frantic Inventory. Just to give me more options. Well, Sharks, you say. Let's get rid of the Neutralize. I guess getting rid of the Heartless Act isn't bad. The Xerath versus Shark thing is going to get awkward. We have 4 removal spells for 3 Shark, or we have 3 removal spells for 3 Sharks, so I'm not worried about those. I guess the Neutralize is the biggest pain, even though we can play around it pretty well. Interesting situation that we find ourselves in, facing... What is a school of great whites because they're a fish? Is that how it works? A school of great white sharks. Oh, Lord. Let's go ahead and play black and buy Lutri now. Asa's Intervention, huh? Well, we need another blue source, but this is a blue source. We could shock for it, or we could play this as a blue. We don't have anything that requires double red. yet. I could really regret it. I think I'm just supposed to shock this because life total isn't going to matter much. And I say shock, I mean bolt, because it's 3 damage, not 2. Somebody out there cares about this. Our opponent with a Thassa's Intervention for 2. Do we counter the Thassa's Intervention? I mean, maybe. We're ahead of them on cards. This is letting them catch up. Or maybe we play our own Thassa's Intervention for 2. Then we're up to 8 cards, and then we have to act first. I guess I don't like that. Let's play a smaller game. If they miss a land here, they're in much worse shape than we are. And they do. Oh, that's a good draw. So we want to have Xerath available. The opponent is on blue, blue, blue. They're not on any black, so we can play Xerath. Still no island, so this would come in tapped. So they charge the Barons. Let's play you now. And we'll see if the opponent can come up with the black source. It's on you, opponent. Come up with the black mana. They do not. Oh, the drama. Oh, the intensity. Get him. Trigger, give me that passage. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so nice when you can use a passage against your opponent. I should have fetched an island and played this after. I could have had more mana. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. So we'll do it again. Get the Lochmere down before the sharks are online. Another Fabled Passage. Gotta have that black. They have 4 cards in graveyard. So if they kill this with a removal spell and it goes to the graveyard, we can exile their graveyard to get it back. We wouldn't have anything to steal with Xerath, but we'd have a 7/7 Lochmere. We'll take it. What a weird freaking hand. Red, red. I guess that's blue. I mean, it's not a great hand, and we have 2 really expensive cards. This is a really expensive card. I think we mulligan this. Plus, it's another shot at a tome. You're obsessed with the tome, CGB. Yeah, I know. What do we get rid of? I think it's the island. Oh, now we play mono red. Yes, yes. When you're on the draw and must mulligan, the mono red deck comes out. Yes. Okay. And we draw the 6-drop. Yes. This is the life I know. This is mono red. We play mono red, mono red. Let's see if they want to charge the Intimidator. Nope, they're too big brain. But you see how we waited till even after first strike damage just to see if they'd do it? It also means they can't Rimrock Knight their Fervent Champion now to get the damage in if we play the Heartless Act sooner. See, if they like Rimrock right now, they don't get 2 more damage because it already dealt damage. Bazinga! Alright, let's play this. There's only 1 card in the graveyard. Ooh, Ox? I don't think Ox is any good. It's too slow. So we're probably taking bumps from the Knight, unless they put something in their graveyard for us. But we get to drown the Fervent Champion. Shouldn't have let that happen. But what can you say? What can you say when you do something that stupid? It's frickin' mono red. Yeah, nice curve. I guess that's what you want. And now, the Ember Cleave, for the perfect on-the-play curve out. Against the imperfect hand. A video I have shown you again and again. No? You're coming up short. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, Miguel. Pathetic. Alright. What do we draw here? Extinction Event? Shadow's Verdict? I guess Shadow's Verdict is the draw that gives us a chance. Negate, not it. Extinction Event. Balls. Even, I guess. Live to see another draw step. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I see. We're attacking first and then we're making the tokens. Alright, it still needs to be Shadow's Verdict. So many tokens, and they have a castle. It's a land. They only need one more damage. Any land will do. I think you've got this, Mono Red. You can do it. The entire world is cheering for you. Yeah. Goodbye. God. Hate you, Mono Red. Now we're on the play with the Tome again, and our opponent's playing Luris, and our hand is alright. So, let's go. Let's do it. I don't think they'll just throw out a Wind Robber for me to shock, but you never know. Yeah, shut up, you. We all know that you're scum. We don't need your hellos. Only people who have a great hand have their curve perfect. Those are the people who say hello. Nobody says hello when they're looking at a terrible hand. Nobody's just friendly. Just kidding. I am honestly just trying to mess with you. I'm just triggering you. Don't think too hard. Maybe I was supposed to play the blue there to have the intervention, but I'm not sure what I would counter. So I think this is fine. Buys a Luris. Alright, start the grind. Start the grind, everybody. Xerath. I'm really tempted to play this now to resolve it. And just get 2 more cards. But nah. Trust the Tome. The Tome will get you home. I think it's right to go for the cards. You need a lot of cards to fight the Rogue War. Those are good ones. Those are all good ones. Agonizing Remorse you. They might drown this in the lock, but then they don't make any progress on their board state. We get another turn of drawing cards. We can also grab Lutri. Yep, drown in the lock it is. We need another red for the Storm's Wrath. It's a little scary. Alright, opponents go in Luris. They must not have much going on. I said they had a perfect hand earlier, making fun of the hello. Maybe I'm just wrong. I am sometimes. I just don't like to admit it. You're disgusting, admitting I was wrong. kind of nonsense is this? Okay, that's the other red for a Storm's Wrath. We could also do double eliminate, and then we have a Lutri on the board. I'm not sure what the right play is, to be honest. It's probably the double eliminate. Like, getting Lutri to actually happen when you can, because if the opponent has a way to counter the eliminate, it fizzles the Lutri. It's actually really important. We also have a blocker if they have a Thieves Guild Enforcer, which they do. Nice. Wait a minute. Okay, that's up to 5. Now we copy the eliminate. Now we can eliminate the Thieves Guild Enforcer, or we can eliminate the Wind Robber. The Wind Robber gets them... Actually, the Wind Robber gets them to into the story next turn, whereas they have to kill the Lutri to get the Thieves Guild Enforcer to attack, so maybe they don't have enough mana to into the story. Alright, 6 cards there. Our opponent has 3 in the graveyard, keeping an eye for Lockmere. Not cracking, like holding on to this Fable Passage might actually be very key. Soaring Thought Thief, never mind. The opponent appears to have the stuff. They have what they need. They can into the story me this turn if they really want to. I think that's a pretty easy block for Lutri. No reason to take 4 there. It's not like I'm going to beat the opponent to death with my Otter. What do we do? What do we do? There's no way that this Xerath and this Lockmere are going to be very good. We do have to kill this Thought Thief. I think we let, when the opponent casts into the story, we cast Soul Seer on the Thought Thief. Second Thought Thief. What the hell, man? This is gross. Alright, pass to end step. Alright, before the draw step. Let's target one of these. Maybe I'm supposed to wait there because they could have Agadeem's Awakening and I filled it out for them. That's not good. They might be, I don't think they want to tap out for that, but who knows. Come on, escape cards, where are you? Getting your escape cards against rogues is so important. Doesn't do it. Ugh. It's when you know it's going to be hard. Fae of Wishes. Try to get a Tormod script. Lose 2 more cards. Spend another turn not doing much. The opponent will probably counter it. They always fear the Fae of Wishes. So let's try it. Resolves. Do we grab a Duress? We don't have the Tormod script. We grab Necromentia and try to name into the story. Probably still lose that game. But Duress lets us still use our tome. So let's go with that. I want to see what they're working with. A lot of times the mystery of what's in the rogue's hand is the greatest problem. You just don't know what they're up to. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and crack these before the basics are all gone. As you can see, it was getting close. It definitely doesn't matter our graveyard size anymore. We hit that threshold, and since we haven't played a land this turn, I'm going to draw. In case we hit a land, we can play it. Man, all the expensive cards. This is not good. Yeah, if they can Agadeem's the team and then defend it with a counterspell, this game is over. You can see that conspicuous 2 mana left untapped. Bide it. It's like perfectly designed. The rogue deck is just laid out before. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's nice. Still no escape cards. No Ox, no Cling. They were in the bottom 20 of the deck. Again, in the matchup where you needed them. It's a heartbreaker. Well, get out. Let's opt. Neutralize. I guess I'll take it. We didn't play a land this turn, so I'm going to activate now. Okay. I guess we have to play it because we have to keep up on land, which we've failed at miserably here. Ooh, upkeep scry. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. If we untap and we're not under much pressure here... Oh, 2 to the top, that's a bad sign. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. Okay. Well, they tapped out. They have cards like Bloodchief's Thirst, but those are very expensive. Let's run the Ashiok game, see if we can mill them. And now we're going to try to put them under pressure with really hard-hitting cards and see if one of them can stick and get the job done. Call the Lurrus. Counter. See if that resolves. The greedy mystical dispute in best of 1. Don't try to tell me it isn't. Oh, it's greedy. Okay, looks like we're gonna exile your toys. That's a nice pair of hits. Alright, let's see how they handle double planeswalkers. The Ashiok is about to ultimate. They didn't Bloodchief's Thirst the Ashiok last turn, which is what I expected them to do. They're just going after the deck. 16 down to 10. Still no escape cards. Oh man. Down to 8. Down to 6. Oh, hi! Would you like to draw some cards? No. No. Make sure you tap careful. You wouldn't want to mess this part up. Interesting. Should have done that before they cracked the passage, or played the passage. That what if they hit another crab? Alright. Down to 4. Yeah, exile the Ox. Do it. I'm totally going to flash that sucker back. It should be the Cling. They should exile the Cling. I think that they have a Cling to Dust, and that's why they're being nosy. Yep. Good choice. Top tier Roger. Alright. The Disruption's probably not very good. There's 3 cards left. We have to figure out how to finish them. We don't have spot removal. The Ashiok can ult. The ult can hit Call the Death Dweller. What's in our graveyard? Probably nothing of super consequence. And Drown in the Lock can kill one of these. I think we have to minus the Ugin, exile these. If we're going to do that, we should attack first. Get 2 more cards exiled. It looks like there's a crab for them. And another Drown in the Lock. Okay. Minus again. Exile their toys. We're probably looking at trying to resolve Lochmere Serpent. It's the most damage. We can also play a Fae of Wishes. We can also plus the Nightmare Muse, make another, because I don't think getting... Well, we could get our own Swarm of Rogues. We could get 2 Soaring Thought Thief. And a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Could also get a Lurrus, which I don't think matters to our deck. I don't see it. Yeah, I guess getting 2 Thought Thieves and Thieves Guild Enforcer is a lot of aggro, and a lot more than making another 2/3. Alright, and we need to do this in the right order. So, how does it go? You put this on the stack, then this, then this. Alright. This, then this, then this. They're down to 20. Also, we have a Xerath, just a reminder. It does work with rogues, although we'd have to put the rogue back into their hand. Do I play the Fae of Wishes, or do I hold a Disruption for something that's probably not going to happen? I think we hold a Disruption. I think the Fae of Wishes 1 damage won't matter. If the opponent scries with the castle, this Disruption still could come in clutch. What's in the deck? Anything good? Thundering Rebuke, Omen of the Sea, River Glide, Pathway. Nothing too good. I feel like the opponent should still have some crabs up their sleeve. There's only 1. 2 to the bottom. Just got to the main phase, still roping. Alright, that puts us down to 1 card. But there's nothing I can do about it, and there's nothing I can draw to solve it. So we get to see just how great the opponent is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 plus 6. Okay, with 2 mana open, of course. If they're flashing back Cling, that's good for us. It looks like they are. Hopefully the last card is a 2-mana one. My turn. I will play this. Roar. The library is empty, boys and girls. We really needed that Thundering Rebuke to be the card on the bottom. But what do? We can make this unblockable. We can attack for 7, 10, 13, not quite 20. Let's see, if we play this and buy it back and cast it, if we had a 1-mana removal spell, it would do the job. But I don't believe that's the case. How about if we bring one of these back and get something else with the Xerath? And what could we get? We could try to mill the opponent out. We could get another Soaring Thought Thief. Ooh. Alright. I mean, all of this is just too much, right? We have to remember that the card goes to their hand. The card goes to their hand. And what I'm trying to do is get enough mill triggers to mill them out. So it's not going to work the way I really want it to, is it? At least I have the mana to counter it. This is kind of funny. It is post blockers, so them replaying it won't do them any good. But let's not use the mana. God, so close. So close. And it's not gonna do. We need them to make a mistake and draw cards when they shouldn't. And they didn't. Ah, that was a frustrating game, but a good one. There was a lot in it. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and as expected, Lutri is not worth it. I had a good run in the beginning with this deck. I think I started out with playing this on stream for fun one day, and it went like 4-1, 3-1, maybe something like that. And then we started today off good, picked up some wins, but we definitely got into this zone where the decks that are in Standard are highly tuned, extremely efficient, whether they're trying to play the Great Henge or Genesis Ultimatum or do stuff like Rogues, just take over the game and peck you to death. And having the wrong card at the wrong time will cost you the game, which is why selecting what cards go in your deck is so important, which is why tuning your deck is so important, which is why not running bad cards is so important. I think we, for the most part, and this is a good thing, have very good cards, but it's so hard to have them at the right time. What the deck needs is 4 Maze Mind Tomes. If I could just have 4 tomes, it might be better, because it's so hard to have the right answer at the perfectly right time again and again. So that's the deck's downfall. But if you want a good time for the play queue, or to show to your friends, or you want a ladder in an unconventional way, I think this is a very fun Grixis list, and I hope that you found the video entertaining and useful, if not completely educational, as we will get back to just trying to dominate the ladder. I can't stay janky for very long. It's not in my nature. But I did have a lot of fun goofing around with Lutri the Spell Chaser. So, on that note, if you love Lutri, if you think elemental otters are cute, I don't care if you think they're good. If you think they're freaking cute, subscribe. Still, 40% of the viewers are not subscribed. If you guys all hit subscribe, we'd be at 100,000 subscribers. So hit that sub button, because you know there's more nonsense right around the corner. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video, and goodbye.